California, but for the most part, we're winding it down. You know, it's not just Easter Sunday on this March the 31st. It's also National Oranges and Lemons Day. And joining us on the guest hotline right now is Mike and Carol Broadhurst with Dragon Spring Farm in beautiful Cambria, where the pines meet the sea. Mike and Carol grow pesticide-free oranges and lemons, a second career after retiring from agricultural research up in the Bay Area. Hey, welcome to the program, you guys.
Hi there. How are you, Randall?
Fantastic. I'm a little on the jealous side of you both. Every time I go to Cambria, I think, what if I could move my career here? What a great
It is a nice place to live.
What a great place to have a second career, and what an interesting second career, farming.
Yes. We've enjoyed it. We've been on a steep learning curve, even though we were in agricultural research before.
Right. And so what made you decide to do citrus and several other crops?
Well, we actually inherited most of the citrus when we bought this farm 12 years ago.
Oh, I see.
And we planted a lot of other things like avocados and blueberries in the interim time.
Yeah, blueberries are a relatively new crop to California, are they not?
Yes,
They are indeed.
Yeah, and so you guys are on the front edge of that. I love to find California blueberries at the local farmers market when I get a chance.
I actually believe that we were the second farm in San Luis Obispo County to plant blueberries.
Is that right? And blueberries don't typically, I mean, in the past, these are, different strains that can handle the warmer climate?
Right.
That's correct.
I see. Usually you have to find things that can handle the cold. In this case, you need it to handle the warmer. So let's talk citrus. What sort of oranges do you grow?
Most of our trees are Valencias. We have about 1,000 Valencia trees.
And those are the yummy eating oranges, which California grows most of the eating oranges in the U.S., right? And Florida grows most of the juice oranges.
Well, actually, the Valencias are juice oranges, but you're right, they are disappearing from California, and that's one of the reasons we're pretty well known for them.
I see. Is the Valencia the only type of orange you grow?
No, we have some navels as well, and a few blood oranges but not. It's a relatively small amount.
We're coming into blood orange season?
That's exactly correct, yeah. We'll start picking here in a few weeks.
So people can begin to look for California blood orange mimosas on their local menus. If they're lucky. And then,
if they're lucky.
Right. And then you also grow lemons, one of my favorite varieties, the Meyer, but you have some others as well.
We have a Meyer, which are really nice and sweet and wonderful. They almost turn a dark orangish yellow when they get ripe.
Yeah.
Then we have Eurekas, which I like the flavor of more than a Lisbon, but they don't grow as uniformly attractive as a Lisbon does.
Oh, are the Eureka lemons the one that have a really thick, sort of warty skin?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, I had one of those trees in my yard when I was going to college many, many years ago. And I got spoiled, being able to put like lemon in the water and make my own lemonade and that sort of thing.
Well, they're good. They're really good for that. I think they have more flavor than your usual lemon, and people really love them. We love them.
So National Oranges and Lemons Day falls at the very end of March. People think of citrus as a wintertime crop, and it is for the most part, but do I understand that the seasons, like for instance, the blood orange season's just getting started?
Well, we're late.
Oh.
We grow ours on the coast side of these hills here, and the cool weather slows them down. So we're always 2 or 3 months behind the regular crops. So like our navels are coming, and we're just going to start picking them next month. And the vast majority of navels, which is what you were calling the eating oranges, were started in Christmas time and are kind of done.
Oh.
But we start ours now in April, so we're actually 4 months later than Christmas.
But this is a wonderful time of year around here, as you imply, because a lot of things the oranges are just beginning to bloom now, but the grapefruit have been in full bloom for the last month or so, which we also grow grapefruit, I should have mentioned that. And the lemons in this particular climate tend to flower and set fruit pretty much year-round.
Yeah, I've noticed that down here in San Luis Obispo. Boy, it must smell great
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Sometimes we have an orange tree in our backyard, and sometimes the perfume from when it's flowering, the perfume from it is so strong it's almost sickeningly sweet.
It gets a little heady sometimes.
Right.
In fact, most people, so grapefruit is not common in this area. Most people, I think it has the nicest fragrance of all the citrus. It's just absolutely stunning.
I'm a big fan of grapefruit. Your groves there are pesticide free. Is that difficult to do with citrus?
Well, we sell almost all our citrus at farmers markets, and people are willing to accept the ugly skins on the citrus, knowing that the fruit inside is going to be high quality and pesticide free.
Yeah, when you don't use the pesticides, you get sort of what looks like dark dirt on the citrus, right?
That's correct.
But it's completely harmless. You're not eating the skin anyway.
Yeah, that's actually caused by a insect that we don't spray for, where a leaf touches the fruit. The insect gets in there and builds a nest and mines the skin.
Mm-hmm. I found that if you just take a brush with some water, you can clean that skin right up at home if you're into displaying the citrus out on a table or something. Because I think citrus tastes much better when it's not refrigerated. And so
you're absolutely right.
If you want it to look great, it's an easy clean. And I actually look for the dirty citrus at the market because then I know. Then I know it's pesticide free.
Yeah, you're not the only one. We get several customers. I go, these are really ugly. They go, that means they're good.
I like that. That's great. We're educating. That's what we're trying to do here. So tell me, Mike and Carol, you're there in Cambria, and Cambria has its own farmers market on Fridays?
Every Friday, rain or shine, 2:30 to 5:30.
Where is it located?
At the Vets Hall, which is at the corner of Main Street and Cambria Drive.
For people that aren't familiar with Cambria, you almost couldn't find a cuter town. It's full of artists and great food, and the setting is just stunning.
Yeah, we're very pleased from the farmers market perspective living here because I can't quote any numbers, but I believe that we have a far greater turnout of locals here for our farmers market than you get in most communities.
Yeah. Like the hardcore, they show up every week, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's credible, and it's as much a social thing as it is getting good produce.
All right. You know a lot of your customers by name.
Almost all of them.
And isn't that great? And then when a new one comes by, you kind of know it's a tourist, so then you give them the Cambria charm.
Right. Then you get the sales pitch, and they say, then they get to taste the oranges instead of just buying them because they don't know yet that they're so good.
Right. Oh, so are you one of the vendors that hands over the little slices and kind of loops the customer in that way?
Yes. We've been known to do that.
I love that because you get to sample a little and then you get a taste for it, and you think, yeah, I want some of those at home. Mike and Carol Broadhurst with Dragon Spring Farm in Cambria, California. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you.
All right, time now is 28 minutes past the hour. Stick around. There is a lot more to come. I'm your host, Randall White, and you are listening to the Eat, Drink, Explore Radio Network. Don't forget about Oranges and Lemons Day. Stock up. Oh, and by the way, you can find more information on Mike and Carol's Dragon Spring Farm at CambriaFarmersMarket.com. You're listening to Market Friends.